Welcome back to Unsolved Star Wars Mysteries, weekly recap of the Book of Boba Fett. So last week's episode was really good. Can this week stack up? Let's find out. So it starts off with the torture droid explaining to Fett that the city's been divvied up into different territories following the demise of Jabba the Hutt. So you got a part that belongs to the Bossk people, you got a part that belongs to these guys and these guys, whatever. This water dealer shows up and he tells Fett that he's being ripped off by a street gang, and that he believes they have his stapler. He says that if Fett can solve the problem, he'll double his tribute. Sounds good to me, let's go check it out. So they head back into the city, and they decide to go at night for some reason. And despite how fucking huge this place is, they manage to find the street gang after a grand total of 10 seconds. They're basically just kids that are like half droid and all cybernetic and shit, and they have these stupid looking bikes that resemble Star Wars in no way whatsoever. They claim they only resorted to stealing because the water merchant was like ripping them off with these insane prices for water. So it doesn't really seem like they're in the wrong after all. Instead of blowing these guys up with a rocket or whatever, Fett decides to hire them as extra bodyguards to give him some work. And as we'll soon see, this was a very good decision. Suddenly, the guy who hired him appears out of nowhere and freaks out about Fett's decision, saying he was supposed to destroy the street gang, not join them. Fett tells this guy to fuck off, and that's the last we see of him. So they head back to the palace, and Fett goes to sleep in his healing tank, so that Daniel Logan can cut another check, and so they can reuse this same footage for 3 episodes in a row. Ship name redacted flies off once more, and we're treated to another glimpse of the past. Boba Fett leaves the Raider camp to make a pilgrimage into town to collect protection money from those smugglers from Chapter 2. And if you look carefully, you may be able to spot an appearance from another Star Wars character in the background. That's right, it's the Stormtroopers. The smuggler leader is all like, oh yeah, please come in, have a seat anywhere, even though there's no chairs in the room. And then he's like, listen, we already pay protection money to the biker gang from Chapter 2. You know, the one that Boba Fett fucked up and then robbed. Fett heads back to the Tuskens to figure out what to do next. And I guess the writers were playing a JRPG the day they wrote this script, because when Boba gets back home, he finds the whole town destroyed, apparently by those same bikers from Chapter 2. Bummer, this was sad. Fett's flashback gets interrupted as he is thrown out of his tank by an assassin. Yep, it's that black Wookiee from Chapter 2. He snuck into the palace and then proceeds to kick Fett's ass and throw him around like a rag doll until those kids show up and overwhelm the Wookiee. They take the fight downstairs and are able to keep him at bay until Fennec finally shows up and sends him down into the Rancor pit. Fett strolls in his bathrobe looking like a clown, and then we cut to a banquet where Fennec chugs wine and stuffs her face like a slob, while Boba freaks out about not knowing what to do next. The torture droid shows up and says that the Twin Hutts are outside with a gift. That's weird. They claim to be sorry for sending their assassin and offer Fett a Rancor as an apology. None of this made any sense to me. Oh wow, they got Danny Trejo to be in this? But how? He's so exclusive. So Boba Fett tells the Hutts if they get off Tatooine they can have a truce. And they agree to leave, but only because they say Tatooine is all shitty now and they don't want it anyway. They put up zero resistance compared to how they were acting in the last episode. Why? What the hell happened? Oh, I guess the mayor promised the territory to someone else so they're not interested anymore? I see. So that just makes these ruthless crime lords give up and go home. Right. Fett offers to return the Wookiee, Black Chrysanthemum, back to the Hutts, but they don't really care. They're just like, oh yeah, him? Whatever, sell him, kill him, we don't care. They decide to just release the guy, and then he kinda just jogs off, and Fett goes to play with his new Rancor. Danny Trejo explains that the Rancor is bred from champions, but it's still just a calf. Boba's like, whatever nerd, I wanna ride this fucking thing. And Danny's like, look, it's still young, you gotta be patient. They take off its blinders, and it starts to imprint on Boba Fett. Then the torture droid comes in and says that they can't see the mayor for a few weeks because he's all booked up. And Fett's like, what? Danny, feed the Rancor, I'm not waiting around for that dickhead, I'm going now. Fett and his crew roll up to the mayor's place. These bikes look very dumb. This chick has like 16 mirrors, you think that's enough? Ugh, alright, these clowns again. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this shit's starting to get a little repetitive to me. I mean, he goes here, and then he goes there, and then back here, back there, the mayor, the palace, the mayor, the cantina, the palace. It's like, how long are we gonna do this? Oh wait, I think there's gonna be a car chase? Alright, let's check this out. So the mayor's aide, that Twi'lek that I hate, tries to escape in his fancy hover car, and Fett's new bikers give chase. What follows is a ridiculous display that made me feel like I was watching a show for babies. I mean, what, did the fucking guy who makes Spy Kids make this shit? Oh man, they're really fucking this place up. Oh no, not the painting! The kids use their droid parts to fuck up the car until it spins out and crashes. Finally, the Twi'lek confesses that the mayor's gone and he's working with the Pikes, those drug smugglers from Chapter 2. Sounds kind of like bullshit to me, but Fett believes him. And then one of Fett's guys tells him that he knows where they're at, and Fett says, it's time for war, or something. And then the episode ends, that's it. I don't know, guys, there was some cool stuff in this episode, but it just didn't feel like a complete story compared to the last one. Certain characters' motivations seemed vague, and there were some questionable things that happened. Did you feel the same? Let me know down in the comments. And if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button, and also ring the bell. Alright, I'll be back next time for Chapter 4. Damn, I can't believe we're already halfway through. See you next time.